Hi, it's Mrs. Moran. How are you today? We're going to be working on a reckon rec today, like the one in the picture below. What is a reckon rec? Have you ever heard that word before? It sounds such a funny sounding word. It's actually a number rack, and I'm showing you a picture of it. And sometimes it's called an arithmetic rack. But we're going to be doing our math on it, and I'm going to be calling it a number rack. So just so you know, the most important thing for you to remember is that when all of our beads are to the right, it's in its resting position. So we always start from the resting position where everything is to the right. So let's connect this number rack with our fingers. What do you notice about the hands that I'm showing you on the left and the number rack on the right? What similarities do you see? What's kind of looking the same? We know on the hands here, there's five fingers on each hand, so that's 10. And if I look here, if I count these, I'll find that I have 10 beads. And here's my second row here, and I have five fingers. And if I count these, I'll have 10 beads here, right? So our hands kind of reflect the number rack. So the other thing I'm noticing is it has red and white, and I bet that you also notice that. So why do you think it has red and white? Do you think it's there just to decorate it, or do you think it means something, the red and the white? So what do you think about that? So I'm going to count the red just so we can see how many are there. Let's try to figure out what's going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I see 5 reds grouped together, and then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whites grouped together, right? So it has them grouped into fives. And I know that you know that 5 is a friendly number. It's easy for us to count by 5 sometimes. So they're making it a little easier when you know that you need to move 5 over. So keep that in mind. So if you can, go to this website, mathlearningcenter.org, number rack, so we can work together. And that way you can use your technology and do it on your own. You can pause the video, and I can do it up here and show you. And we can kind of do it together. And as you see, it's in the resting position. That's always how we start, in the resting position to the right. So I also want you to take a piece of paper and draw your own number rack so that you remember what it looks like in the resting position and how many beads it has. So how many beads should we draw on the first line? We should be drawing 5 red, 5 white for a total of 10, 5 red, 5 white in the second row for a total of 10. And if you don't have a marker or a crayon, you can just put the letter R there and W over here, and I think it will help you remember it. So now let's look at it. Now we're actually going to go to the number rack, okay? So we want to look at the number 13 on the number rack. So let's go to the number rack, and let's do the number 13. Now we already know there's 10 here, so we're going to quickly move over that group of 10. Then we know 3 more will make 13. And if you have to count them first, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, and then move them over. So we quickly moved over from the resting position, 10, and then 3 more. So we have 13. So let's go and fill in our number bond. Okay, so I have a picture here. So it's going to be, my top row is 10, and my bottom row is 3, and that is 13 on my number rack and in my number bond. So let's look at the number 14. Let's go again to the number rack. Let's do reset down here. Yes, we want to clear it all because we want to do a new number, 14. We know there's 10 here. And if you have to, you can count. But we also know this is 5. And 4 is 1 less than 5, right? Or you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, but move them all over together. So that's 10 and 4. So let's write that. 10 and 4. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We can even write high numbers, right? Like 17. So let's go to our number rack. Let's do 17. Let's do reset. Clear all. I know I have 10. I'm working in my teen numbers. I know I have 5. My reds are in groups of 5, 6, 7. That's 17. So let's go write that in our number bond, 17. So I would put the 10 here. One group of 10, that's my top row. And then I have 7 here. 17, and I gave you a picture of it here. So what exactly are we doing today? So we are looking at the connection between our number rack. This is for the number 12. You can see we moved over 10 and 2. If I was doing my number bond, my top row would go there. That's my 10 and my 2. And of course, we're tying it to our fingers, right? It would be 10, 11, 12. All right. Well, have fun with this. We're going to be working with it for a while. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.